Yeah? Are you okay?
Is there any reason why you're filming? You've seen that there's on here you have to ask permission before you film.
That's a request
It's
though.
all private property.
Yeah, but it's a request. Yeah. Hi guys, so this time we are actually back in Derby. And we are at Swadlincote, is that how you say that? Swadlincote Police Station. Now correct me if I'm wrong. But I do believe this police station also hasn't been done. I have had a little look on YouTube, and so has somebody else, and we can't see that it's been done. But now it has. I'm here. Let's go and have a closer look. Okay, so this is the yard. Can't see any marked vehicles. Now, it is raining, so I am also trying to hold an umbrella at the same time as operating the camera. What is going on here? They've only just gone in. Oh, here we go, I can see a marked. Hang on, sort out the focus. There we go. So yeah, again it has one of these signs telling you not to film.
Right from the beginning, the familiar red warning notice comes into view. It's clearly made to appear official and authoritative, but the auditor quickly notices the exact language being used. One important rule in any public setting is that bright colors may catch attention, but only the wording determines any legal authority. In this case, the notice is simply asking for consent rather than issuing a legally binding command. It's the kind of subtle tactic often used to discourage people without actual enforcement behind it. That leaves one key issue. Do the employees inside truly understand that distinction?
Thank you very much for ruining my shot. Oh well. Make sure it's working. It is working. And we've also got the probation service here. That is a very useless mirror. Hi.
Are you alright?
Yeah? Are you okay?
Is there any reason why you're filming? You've seen that there's on here you have to ask permission before you film.
That's a request though.
It's all private property.
Yeah, but it's a request. Yeah. So it's not enforceable.
This is where the first interaction begins, and the employee clearly believes a notice gives her authority to stop him. The auditor responds in exactly the right way by calmly pointing out the reality of the situation. The sign is only making a request. Music. The smartest approach in moments like this is to remain polite and explain things clearly from the start. His calm attitude makes it obvious he's not there to create trouble, only to lawfully exercise his freedoms. But once another staff member steps in, the entire atmosphere could quickly shift.
What are you filming for? What's the reason that you're filming?
You have to
hurry in.
If it's fun where he wants to.
Yeah, but if you want to hurry in. Do you want to give your name or anything like that?
If he gives me his name.
Why do you want that officer name?
Because he's just insulted me.
Oh, okay.
So can you get that for me, please? Or I don't want to go closer because it'll antagonise him. So can you get his shoulder number for me, please?
If you want his shoulder number, you can contact us on 1-800.
Excuse me? Can I ask you a question? What's your shoulder number? What's your shoulder number? Oi! Oi, pig! Oink, oink! Get over it.
At this stage, the encounter seems to take a noticeable turn in the wrong direction. Following an otherwise calm discussion, the use of remarks that come across as personal attacks only raises further concerns. The situation really highlights one basic principle. Professionalism should apply in every interaction, not only when dealing with the public. Refusing to give an identification number is often viewed as avoiding accountability, and that decision has clearly increased the tension inside the exchange. Now, the conversation has shifted from simple disagreement to open hostility, with insults being exchanged and identification denied. But the situation is about to change in a completely unexpected way. The moment a second employee enters the scene, the entire atmosphere takes a different direction: music, leading to a surprisingly light-hearted exchange that few people would predict.
Yeah, I don't normally insult people like that, but he deserved it. Okay, that was so in case you didn't hear what he said, at first he muttered that I was a loser, and then he said something about I've got nothing better to do with my life. Oh, I'm really zoomed in. So I can't keep up with holding the umbrella and doing the zoom. I actually like pigs. So it's a bit insulting to pigs, actually. Yeah. Is that the same one? I can't tell. I'm just getting some photos.
Never wanted a photo of me before.
And in an instant, the entire mood shifts. Music. What follows is a perfect example of how quickly tension can be reduced to a relaxed attitude and a little harmless humor. The lesson is straightforward. Showing basic respect and friendliness doesn't cost anything: music. Yet it can completely transform an interaction that's genuinely surprising to watch the situation calm down so naturally, demonstrating music. That moments like these don't automatically need to turn into arguments or conflict.
Huh?
No one's ever wanted a photo of this before.
Haven't they?
No.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Really?
What about you? Never. They could put you on a poster. Yeah.
Scare people. Right, take care.
Yeah, see you later. No, that can't have been the same one. He was too nice. He was bold though. I'm going to review my footage. I just got in close just in case. Let me have a look. Okay, no, it definitely wasn't the same. I was about 80% sure it wasn't the same, because the other guy I don't think had a beard, but yeah, this is how I... So yeah, we've got angry here, and then if we scroll, definitely not the same person, but both bold. And that's where the similarities end. So yeah, funnily enough, probably about 20 minutes before coming here, I was having a little discussion on Twitter about these signs and how they are just requests.
The auditor's music explanation of how the sign works psychologically is incredibly accurate. Most people would immediately notice the bold red symbol and assume it carries legal authority, which seems to be exactly what the design is intended to achieve. Music. It serves as an important reminder to pay attention to the actual wording rather than the appearance alone. Real authority has to be clearly stated, not merely suggested through colors or symbols. It's a quiet but effective method of discouraging filming, even when no specific law is actually being enforced.
The fact that they've purposefully chosen red with white writing so that it looks like it's an order. It's a lawful order. It isn't. It's literally just a request. So signs like this you can ignore. You know, we're in a public place. at the moment, so they have no right to tell me what I can and can't film. Now, once I go through this gate, obviously they've got a bit more scope to tell you what to do, so just thought I'd clarify that in case anybody is ever confused. These signs are slightly confusing. When I first saw them, I thought, oh, and then I remembered, actually, it's just a request. So yeah, the normies would obviously obey that, and the lady who came out obviously thought that it was gospel, and that I must ask for permission. So yeah, that just clears that up. Look at that, I walk away from the back gate to film an outro because no one's come in for 20 minutes and someone comes in. That is just typical. So yeah, it's starting to get a little bit cold and wet.
This brief audit still managed to highlight several important takeaways. To begin with, it showed how those bold red warning signs can appear far more authoritative than they really are, reminding people that a request does not automatically carry the force of a rule. It also presented two completely different approaches from staff members. One interaction that seemed unnecessarily hostile, and another that proved how far basic politeness and respect can go in calming a situation. Most importantly, the auditor demonstrated that staying composed under pressure is often the strongest advantage you can have. What stood out to you most about the dramatic difference between the two employees? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns like this. This content is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered legal advice. Be sure to understand the laws and regulations in your own area. Peace.